Elon Musk's political evolution reflects a significant transformation from his earlier identity as a socially liberal entrepreneur to a figure increasingly aligned with conservative values. Historically, he supported initiatives like universal basic income and clean energy, often identifying with democratic ideals. However, recent years have seen a marked shift in his political outlook, primarily driven by his perception of the Democratic Party's drastic leftward movement. Musk claims that today's conservatives closely resemble the Democrats of the early 2000s, particularly regarding individual liberties and economic pragmatism. Musk's frustrations escalated during the COVID-19 pandemic when he opposed lockdowns and criticized California's strict regulations. He argued that these measures were not only ineffective in curbing the spread of the virus, but also detrimental to the economy and small businesses. This contentious relationship with state officials culminated in his decision to relocate Tesla's headquarters to Texas, a state known for its lower taxes and more business-friendly environment. This move symbolized not only a strategic business decision, but also a political statement against what he viewed as overarching government control. Musk's opposition to lockdown measures was accompanied by a broader critique of governmental restrictions and mandates. He openly criticized extended lockdowns, emphasizing that they did more harm than good, particularly for the economy and mental health. His experiences during this time shaped his views on personal freedom and the role of government, pushing him closer to conservative ideals. While historically supportive of vaccines, Musk has increasingly questioned their efficacy and the need for mandates. His concerns intensified after experiencing significant side effects from a COVID-19 booster shot, which he described as feeling like he was dying. These vaccine-related experiences are further compounded by a family member developing myocarditis, a common side effect associated with mRNA vaccines. While he previously supported vaccinations in general, he now emphasizes the importance of personal choice and recognizes that certain individuals might face health risks that justify a more cautious approach to universal vaccination policies. Musk has been a vocal critic of mainstream media, which the Tesla CEO believes has become increasingly biased and prone to spreading misinformation. He argues that traditional media outlets prioritize sensationalism over factual reporting, contributing to a decline in public trust. Referring to the phenomenon as a dying MSM, he highlights the shift toward alternative media sources, where a more balanced perspective can be found. His commitment to transparency and open dialogue extends to his ownership of X, where he aims to combat what he perceives as fake propaganda and media censorship. One prominent example Musk often cites is the mainstream media's handling of the Hunter Biden scandal, particularly regarding the contents of his laptop, which revealed potentially damaging information about his business dealings. Many major news outlets initially downplayed or ignored the story during the lead-up to the 2020 presidential election, raising questions about bias and objectivity. In contrast, these outlets focused heavily on Trump, often amplifying the narrative around the Russian collusion hoax, which later turned out to lack substantial evidence. Critics argue that while Trump faced relentless media scrutiny over alleged connections to Russia, significant concerns surrounding Hunter Biden's dealings in Ukraine and his reported escapades with prostitutes received little to no attention from the same media outlets. Additionally, Musk points to the apparent cognitive decline of President Biden, noting how media has largely ignored concerns regarding his mental fitness, while frequently scrutinizing Trump's abilities. For instance, during the 2020 election, Trump was publicly urged to take cognitive tests to prove his mental acuity. In contrast, many have observed Biden's frequent gaffes and moments of confusion without similar media scrutiny or calls for evaluation. Critics argue that this selective reporting not only misinforms the public, but also distorts the political landscape, revealing a significant bias in how stories are covered. Musk's criticism underscores a growing sentiment among conservatives who believe that media bias undermines democracy by failing to hold all political figures to the same standards of accountability. The founder of SpaceX has also taken a critical view of gender-related medical procedures. His personal experiences influence his stance, especially regarding his child, who transitioned to a female identity. Musk expressed feeling tricked into allowing his child to begin taking puberty blockers, claiming he was led to believe that refusal could risk suicide. He now describes gender-affirming treatments for minors as evil and emphasizes the need for parental consent and awareness in such decisions. This perspective aligns with a more traditional conservative viewpoint, contrasting sharply with progressive elements of the Democratic Party, which favor greater autonomy for minors in healthcare decisions. Musk has also expressed concerns regarding open border policies and their impact on national security and the economy. He argues that unchecked immigration can strain public resources and challenge social cohesion, leading to calls for more robust border security measures. Additionally, he supports voter ID laws, believing they are essential for ensuring election integrity. Musk argues that requiring identification to vote is a common-sense measure that helps prevent fraud and ensures that only eligible voters participate in elections. This stance places him in alignment with many conservatives who advocate for stricter voting regulations. The entrepreneur's alignment with conservative views extends to free speech issues. His acquisition of X was motivated by a desire to foster open dialogue, countering what he perceives as media censorship and the suppression of dissenting voices. He has positioned himself as a defender of free speech, believing believing that liberal ideologies have stifled discourse in the name of preventing harm. This commitment to free expression resonates with many conservatives, who feel marginalized by mainstream media narratives. Musk's political shift mirrors a broader trend among many Americans, who perceive an overreach of progressive policies. By emphasizing values of personal freedom, economic responsibility, and skepticism towards government mandates, his evolving stance reflects the disillusionment some feel toward contemporary liberalism. Whether or not his views resonate with the general public, Musk's high-profile pivot continues to influence discussions surrounding free speech, bodily autonomy, parental rights, border security, election integrity, and the role of the media, establishing him as a polarizing yet influential figure in today's socio-political landscape. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe to our channel for more great content.